Ooh, hello, my friends. It's me, Kae Pea. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies. And guess what? I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday. And we have a very special one. Again, I know it's always special, but for real, we have another wonderful collaboration with Fodder School. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to say hello to all my friends, and then I'm going to tell you all about it. It gives us a chance to, when I know, you maybe don't want to hear me say hi to everyone, but it gives us a chance to give more people a chance to jump on here and, just is a great way to start the evening, right? Lydia, Ellen, Art Junkie is here, Megan, Sharon, Cecilia, Pam, Krabby Abby, Dee, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Linda Weber, Christina, Carissa, Patty, Pancake, and Lulu. And is your name Lulu? I just have to ask. I don't think it's Pancake, but it could be. Everybody has fun nicknames sometimes. My name's not KP either. Becky, welcome. Kristen, Ginger, Catherine, Kathy, Deb, Sherry, Orange Spiral, and Maxie Moon is here. Welcome. Loretta, did I say hello to you? And Kathy, other Kathy. Welcome. Thanks for coming. We are very excited because, again, we are having a wonderful Fodder School collaboration again. Last month we had Angela Kennedy, also known as Penny Stamper. You guys loved her images, still are loving her images. We love her images. We love Angela. And tonight we have Lisa Young. So I am so excited. I have to tell you, one of the reasons why we started collaborating with Fodder School is honestly just for, Fodder School has so many amazing teachers and we don't know them all, right? So this was a way for us to work together to help promote each other and to promote and, hopefully collaborate with many of the teachers that otherwise I would not get to know. So we're very excited to work with Fodder School. I know many of you are Fodder School students, so hopefully you're in Fodder School 4 right now because you know that Lisa's lesson is coming up next month, right? So we are going to share with you Lisa's collection. It is absolutely gorgeous. And so we're going to turn this camera around. I want to say hello if I missed anyone. Oh, Pancake and Lulu, her name's Amy. Yolanda, welcome. Nice to have you here. Roberta, great to see you. And Lisa, thanks for coming. I'm going to turn the camera around because you don't need to see my face. We're going to talk about Lisa. We're going to talk about Fodder School. We're going to do a little fun demo. And of course, later we'll have the numbers game. So hang around if you want to have a chance to win something fun. Okay, hold on. I got to get a drink of water. Oh my goodness. If I only knew where I put my water. I have coffee, but no water. Oh, well, I just spilled my coffee. Hold on one second. Butterfingers over here. And guess what? I spilled it right on my Dexy card. It's okay. That's why you shouldn't have coffee around your artwork. Lesson number 1. All right. So, Amy, hello. Let me go. I'm going to go grab my water. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we are here. We are talking about Lisa Young's new collection, and it is so cool. I don't know how many of you, I hope all of you follow Lisa, and her name is spelled, we're going to share her links, but make sure that you follow Lisa on Instagram. I know already that you love her work, okay? It is beautiful, so soft, very different, from my work, which is all super bright and sort of maybe obnoxious with the rainbows. But Lisa's work is so just very, I think of it as very soothing. It is gorgeous. Lots of like earth colors and pastels, and just absolutely beautiful. Her layering, her way with collage, and of course her imagery. And so without further going on and on, I'm going to share with you her 3 collections, and I'm so excited about them because not only are they just so beautiful, they go so beautifully together. So it's a very cohesive collection. It is very nature-based and goddess-based, which I love. Not that I have to love it, but I happen to, which is really nice. And also, I hope that you love the price point. Okay, we really tried to take that, take and keep that under consideration, because I know so many of you are going to want all of them. So these are a super nice price point. We have 3 sets. Okay, the first one is they're 3 goddess sets. Okay, and they just come in one size. And so the first one is called Bird Goddess. Okay, and let me stop for a second because I see Lisa is here. Welcome, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming. Oh my gosh, and you have fans in the house. Oh, it means so much to me that you're here. I love your work, and I'm so happy that you said yes to this collaboration. I am so happy that we get a chance to work with Fodder School and meet so many of their amazing artists. So thank you so much. You have a lot of people here. I don't know if you can see all the comments. I hope that you can. Heather Bailey is here. Welcome. Nice to see you. She says, I'm a super fan. Brianna says, such beautiful set of stamps. Adore your stencils too. Lisa says, I'm a big fan of her work. So yes, you have a lot of already ArtFoamy lovers that already follow and love you. So thank you again. We are super excited. Again, this set, and they are all 3 pieces. They're all generally around the same size, which I will tell you. So the first one is called Bird Goddess Set, and it is a set of 3, and you have the Bird Goddess, okay, and she has the little buns, which I love, little space buns. It comes with the bird in flight, okay, as you can see here, and then it comes with the little nest with eggs. All right, so there you have it. And I'll go ahead and measure these for you, and they all are similar in size, okay? So this first Bird Goddess set is about 5, almost 6 inches tall. Okay, 5 3/4 inches tall by about 2 inches at its widest point. Okay, the other 2 accessory pieces, the nest with foliage, is almost 3, about 2, a little over 2.5 by about, 2 inches at its widest point. Okay, I give or take, not the best measurer. Anyway, this bird in flight is about 3 inches wingspan and about 2 3/4 at its widest point going across. Next up, we have the Flower Goddess, and about the same size for the goddess, almost 6 inches, okay, by about 2 at its widest point. You have a big, large, like tropical flower around 2.5 inches around. And then a little cluster of the 3 florals. Beautiful. I have to just say something. These beautiful just stand alone, right? So if you don't necessarily want to be using the goddess every time, you have these other standalone images that are just fantastic. Again, at the $16 price point. Okay, so it is $16 US, of course, plus shipping for the 3 pieces, which I think is really just a great price. And knowing, not to brag, but we are very conscientious, trying to always keep our prices down. We like to keep things affordable, right? No sense in being greedy. Okay, so anyway, and the little cluster of 3 is around 2 inches by about 1 3/4. Okay, again, the 3 pieces in that set. And these are my examples. Although, please definitely make sure that you go over. If you get the Fodder School Willow Wanders newsletter, make sure you're signed up for that. She's shared all sorts of beautiful examples that Wendy Willow Wanders did, and also Lisa. So her examples and samples that she did with her pieces are just stunning. Okay. So anyway, third and final set. Okay. And we're sad because I want to tell you, we could have done 10 sets of these. I just love them. I think they are so serene and beautiful. I love the size. I love all of the, the accessory bits that go with them. So finally is the Vine Goddess. And again, it has the goddess at this approximately the same size. All of them really are so similar in size. We did do a slight variation, as you can see, just, so you'd have a little bit of a difference, but really they're all so close. This one's a little bit under 2 at the widest point. And she has such a cute little updo. I love the way their stances are, they just seem very almost like regal and yet very natural. I don't know. I love the vibe, Again, the pieces that go with it, you have one that is almost 4 inches by about 1.5. And then the little cluster, or, the 3-piece that is almost 3 inches across by about 2. Okay. Yes. Amy says the flowers look like Hawaiian plumerias. Yeah, they kind of reminded me of something tropical. So again, there is your set 1, the bird goddess, set 2, the flower goddess, and set 3, the vine goddess. All right. So here I have them all. They already have some ink on them. I am going to share with you how I did these just for fun, because I did use our new little ink foamies, our mini ink foamies and large ink foamies for inking and stamping. And I'm going to share with you a little demo on the ink foamies. Minis as well as the large, and again, does not matter if it is the square, the circle, or the heart. Okay, they're all kind of interchangeable for inking things up. Now, if you want to stamp them, of course, I use this a lot as just a stamp, then that matters, obviously. But for what I'm doing, I can have all my shapes. I will have a large ink foamy in the circle. Okay. Then I do have all of my Daylight Super Bright Artisan Dye inks. These are the new larger sizes. For those of you who are familiar with our old Moon Glows, this is the same ink, okay? Just rebranded and repackaged. So we have the Daylight Super Brights in all of the fluorescent colors, okay? I have the Pink Crush, I have the Coral Fire, I have Yellow Star, Blue Moon, I have the Orange Flame, the Lime Drop, the Purple Rain, and the Red something red. I can't think of what it's called. Mine doesn't have the name on it. Anyway, it's red glow or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, all those, plus if you want to make pastels, okay, you can use your white. No, so Puffer, it is a Fodder School collaboration, so she will stay in the Fodder School collab as long for the duration of Fodder School 4, I guess. So yeah, basically about a year. Okay. Marianne, welcome. Happy Friday to you. So what I have here, I do have some nice mixed media paper. It is just sort of a smooth tooth. It has no tooth. It's more like a hot press. And it is, you know, pretty heavyweight. I would say, oh, it's about equal to 140 pound-ish. Again, I have my, my sets here. I have my large ink foamy. I'm going to just, right now I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to sort of recreate some of these for you. So I'll use my flower girl first. Okay, and so, and these cards are cut to 5 by 8, excuse me, because I am going to hopefully be making sort of a Rolodexy for my Dexy journal. Many of you who follow me know what I'm talking about. I'm going to make a card like this so that I can put it in my open journal, okay, because I want to commemorate the launch. All right, so here I have my large ink foamy. I am going to load this up with a little coral fire, but of course, whatever color that you want. If you wanted it to be more like a moon, then maybe you would want to load it up with a gray or even with a white. I'm just going to load it up with my coral fire. Yes, Puffer, thank you so much. So, of course, you know these will work with watercolor, acrylic paint, whatever kind of ink. But right now, I just thought we would do something sort of quick and easy. So I'm going to just stamp. I'm going to use this as a stamp this time. Also, keep in mind if I wanted to ring that a little bit, okay, you can always take another color and ring around there so you can get a little bit of a gradient or just a little more of a glow. So you want to do something like that, you can. Oops, well, I just smudged it. That's okay. Let's go back in and smudge it up a little more on purpose. I'm going to try to overstamp. Usually with the solids, it's pretty easy. And you can see, gave it just a little bit of a ring. So here, I'm just going to go in with a little purple. So I'm going to load this up with my purple. Remember that these are cleanable. So if it's contaminated with other colors at all, maybe that looks a little dark, I can just take a little of my rubbing alcohol, okay, which I have in here, and spritz that and clean it with a little paper towel, get some of the color right out of it, okay, because remember, it's just another special foam. So I can clean that up and then go ahead and ink that with my Purple Rain. And I'm going to just spread that across using a little scrap buddy. And I'm just going to ink her up this way. Maybe, you know, if I need a little more ink, I'm just going to squeeze it right on there, okay? And use my mini ink foamy to spread it back around. And decide I'm just going to stamp her right on top of that. Lulu, welcome. Thanks for coming. We are showcasing Lisa Young, mixed media artist from Alaska. And she is in fodder school next month. So we are launching her stamps now. And I got a little off. That's okay. I just love the way that glow sort of lights up from behind. And now I'm just going to take my accessory stamps, her sort of embellishment stamps, and I'm just going to load those up. And of course I could do different colors. Sometimes if I want them to look a little more washy, I will spritz them with a little rubbing alcohol, and that gives you a beautiful sort of mottled, I don't know if you can see that, but let me go over here. So these are dye inks. These are neon dyes. It's not a pigment, but yeah, you can't really emboss with them. They just dry too fast, and I am working on mixed media paper, so it is soaking up the ink pretty quickly, you know. So here, again, just going to stamp a few of the little accoutrement stamps over the top. And then I am going to actually take my mini ink foamy. I'm going to make sure that it has some of the ink actually pulled out of it a little bit. Okay, and like I said, I could even clean it. But I'm going to take some of my yellow star ink, okay? And this is a very bright neon, almost like day glow, like a highlighter yellow. I want to put a little white with it just to tone it down a bit, okay? Because I don't want it to be quite that bright. So I'm going to just kind of buff off some of that color, put a little bit more white, because what I really want is sort of a pale yellow, okay, like that. Well, you can't see that. There you go, like that. Anyway, and I'm just going to take my ink foamy and I'm just going to rub it straight to the paper just to give a little glow around. Also, just go right over into her dress. And then finally, I also am going to take a little ink pick. Okay, these are like tiny little disposable brushes, or you could use a throwaway brush. I would not recommend dipping any brushes into this. It is not really good for your brushes. So I like to you could use even just something that you could dot with. Okay, so maybe even just the end of a Q-tip that you take off most of the cotton or something like that. I just want to dab a little bit of that same orange coral fire and just color in for a few little sort of unifying bits of color. Okay, it just pulls from that glowing orange halo. And there you go. And I think, of course, a cute little word or, maybe some song lyrics or a poem would be beautiful. I also, like I said, I want to make a Dexie card out of it for my open journal. So I am going to round my corners. Which I just think makes everything look cuter. And then I will cut my little notches. I have a little template here for making notches, and then I'll just trace those right on there, cut them out, and I'll be able to pop that right into my Dexie to commemorate the day. All right, so same, by the same token, we're just going to go ahead and stamp these out since I have them here. I have all the paper cut, and I know you want to see how they work, so we'll quickly just do it again. Now this one I did a little bit differently. As you can see, I made a smaller backdrop for her, for her moon glow or her celestial image in the background, but I used a smaller round, and I just want to show you how fun, because this, if you recall, is we had the artist spotlight from Patty Libby Campbell last week, right? And this is her small whimsy wheel ring, and it comes, so my point is that a lot of art foamies come with different little cutouts, circles, lots of times you might even have just a circle art foamy that has an image on it. It might just be the right size for what you want. You can use those, you know, as your template. Okay. So for this one, I think I am, I know I did a little bit of blue here. Oh, and I do want to mention really quickly that somebody asked about these inks. These are dye inks, okay? All the Daylight Super Brights. But I also do have, we have also hybrid ink that is more sort of viscous, a little more opaque, more thick, like a pigment, but sort of like a dye. It's in between like a pigment and a dye, and that's what the Moonlight Hues are. Okay, so just keep that in mind, because a few of them are called Moonlight Hues, and those are going to be generally more in your earth tones and not neons. Okay, so not to confuse you, but but it's confusing, I know. Anyway, I am going to, for this one, I am just going to put a little bit of white ink right on here, okay, first. And I'm going to take my little ink foamy, because I do use these together. Lots of times I use these kind of like little ink pads, but also like spreaders and daubers. So lots of great uses for my mini ink foamies. Okay, but for this, I am going to just smudge it around my circle art foamy here, and then I want to take, I think, my blue or purple, or maybe I'll do a little mixture of blue and purple right on here. Sort of, for those of you who have not seen the ink foamies or mini ink foamies, many of you also know that I did develop inks when I had Rubber Moon for the Moonlight Duos, and so this is all really the same inks, just redone, because I've been working on this inking system using the foam for a while now, and I really love it, and I hope you do too. So anyway, I'm just going around. I put white on there because I did want it just to be a little bit lighter. I actually might take this now and smear it around, just to, because I want it to be a little more pastel-y. I don't want it, frankly, as blue as this first one that I shared with you. Okay. So I'm going to go back around again, just rimming that edge a little bit. And then that's going to give me just kind of a nice little outline and sort of a, you know, a gradient. And again, this is a smaller circle than my large ink foamy. So that gives it a nice kind of look, maybe a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay too. And then here, I'm just going to use what I had on my inker and load that up. I want it to be a little bit darker, so I am going to squeeze a little more blue. Giving that a chance to dry a little bit also. Oh, let's see. Yay, Kathy. Thank you so much. Let's see. What do I need to fix? Huh. Something happened that I need to fix it, I guess. And I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on, but let me know. Well, as you can see here, and I'm sorry, I'm down a little bit further. I didn't get enough pressure right there on the side. A couple things I can do. I can try to line that back up. Usually I'm fairly okay at it. If I do that, I'm not going to set down the top part of her, okay? Well, didn't do too badly, but that's okay. The nice thing is I have some of these little pieces that I can stamp right over that. So I'm going to stamp the little nest, and to do that, I am going to ink these up a little differently here. So I'm going to ink up the little leaves just on the side, like so, Do a little blue, I guess, in the eggs, right? And then we'll do the nest. Oh, let's do a pinky color. How about that? And I just kind of touched around it. And I'll stamp here. That'll cover up my little boo-boo. Pretty good anyway. And then we have the bird, which I don't know how I got so lucky, but I really did stamp it so nicely on that circle. I doubt I can do it again, but we'll try. Oh, not bad. And oh, I love the way that kind of two-toned. Can you see that? That is really cool. That was because the white came up from the underneath. Okay, and so same kind of deal. I'd like to give it a little bit of a glow around. And remember too, if you want to, you definitely can use your other flowers or vines if you want to, you know, give a little more, you know, excitement to the piece. But I'm just going to take, again, a little bit of my white because I don't want like a really bright green. I just want something kind of soft. So I am going to mix up a little bit of my white, maybe a touch of blue. Again, one of the things I love about this whole sort of inking system is the opportunity to mix right on these little palettes. I'm not loving that color still, so I want to push it back. I might have to end up cleaning it out. I don't know, but I'm going to just keep adding a little white and then just go into my paper. Yeah, it's still a little brighter than I wanted, but that's okay. You can see it on the camera that way, I guess. And I probably should have rubbed off a little bit more. One of the things that is really good rule of thumb is to off rub for a while till you get a, you know, a little bit smoother of a gradient and you don't get a lot of striations, you know. I think on this one too, I did maybe a little blue, just do a little gray. Just because I thought that was a little too much. And ignore my fingerprints. Anyway, so that's her bird goddess and bird goddess set. Last but definitely not least, I'm going to do pink this time again, but I thought this was a little too strong. So, no, I am using our inks on our ink foamies, our mini ink foamies and our large ink foamies, just having a little sort of colorful go with Lisa's collection. We're making them super bright and yeah, just stamping them out. So this last one, I do want to do it in pink again, but maybe not quite so bright. So let me find my other circle, or well, you know what? I have a brand new, fresh, clean one. So we'll do pink on there. And sorry, I just need to wipe up some of my mess before I put my hand right in it. So yes, I'm going to ink this up with white first. And I will tell you one thing, and that is a lot of times it is super annoying how slowly they come out. So I do recommend, and I've done it on a couple of them, but I do recommend getting like a big push pin or something and opening your nozzles just a little bit more because they can be so annoying. Oh, that color is so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. All right, so again, I do not really want that bright of a backdrop. So I am going to stamp off a couple times. Just hopefully so I can get it a little more pale, okay, and maybe a little more white again. Could have done a yellow too, that would have been fun. All right, I think that looks a little closer to the color I want. I think I'm going to off stamp one more time. And I'm going to spritz with a little rubbing alcohol. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. And then green for our vine goddess. Wendy. Yes, it does remind me of Opera Pink, which is my favorite. And we're almost done. If you want to hang around and play the numbers game, we have a fun prize tonight. And what else? Does anybody have any questions or thoughts? Oh, so cute. I will say too, doing it this way has, not always, but it has really helped me to keep a lot of the ink off my fingers, which is nice. Not always, but you know. And I will tell you too that if I was using my larger ink foamies right now to ink up some of these, it would help, but I just don't have them all out, so just getting the little ones. Oh, I just love her. I love this one even better. I will say this is definitely going in my Dexy because I love that softer pink in the background, which when I first did this one, that's more what I was after. So this to me is a little more successful. And I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to use a little yellow for the background. Again, just I think that will look nice. It'll be kind of soft. And when you run that yellow over some of this pink, it makes it orange, which is really, really pretty. And so that can be nice on the edges there. And you see what I mean? It's a lot better and smoother when I have rubbed off a little bit. Anyway, that, my friends, is Lisa Young's new collection, Fodder School Teacher, for next month. And her art foamies are available now at artfoamies.com. So make sure you order them so you can get them in time, because you know, especially when we have such a popular teacher, you know, popular artist, it takes us a little while because we make them all to order. And it's pretty much just me and Mr. Moon and Maxie Moon, although Maxie's on vacation this week. So be patient with us. Anyway, we're going to play the numbers game. Do you have an ink foamy for each color group? So Kathy Bernard, I do. I have an ink foamy for every color, but you do not have to, okay? Because remember, remember I just inked this up, right? This was brand new. If I take some rubbing alcohol now, I can clean this, and a little paper towel, okay? I can clean this all the way out. Okay, it might take a little, a couple times, okay? But that'll be clean enough to put a different color. So you don't have to, although I will tell you, it's a lot more convenient, okay? A lot more convenient to keep one for each color. So my minis, I have one for every color. And mostly my big ones too, but I admit to you, they get contaminated, so I clean them off, okay? All right, so we're going to do the numbers game. Wait for me. Don't start yet. Here it is. Again, the prize is for one set of Lisa's collection, plus I'm going to show you something that's super fun. Many of you have been asking for a while. If you've seen my palette, okay, this is my everyday watercolor palette that I use. So many of you were asking for this sticker that I went ahead and made some. And so I'm going to throw in one of these stickers to the winner of the numbers game. So you're going to get a large 4-inch color wheel sticker plus a set of Lisa's, all right? Between 1 and 100, the person closest is going to win. You do not change numbers if you have the same number as somebody because it's the first person, okay? So here we go. Sharon Robinson, 11. Oh, and numbers will end at 4:44. And no after party tonight. D. Keels, Sharon Robinson, 11. D. Keels, 33. Zandra, 7. D. Ray, 14. Rini, 31. Puffer, 35. Evelyn, 27. Ginger, 63. Susan Handsome, 6. Lulu Fabrique, 28. Art Junkie, 15. Tammy Ward, 75. Heather Bailey, 7. Kathy Whitney, 49. AG, 18. Krabby Abby, 12. Linda Weber, 94. Pancake and Lulu, 39. Patty's Vintage Shop, 20. Kathy Bernard, also 20. Lydia, 13. Jane, 77. Stephanie Martin, 37. Vetty, 33. Christine Schiaffo, 57. Kathy, 52. Stephanie, 13. Emily Stam, 69. Karen, 89. Becky, 76. Ellen Bush, 5. Sharon Eberlin, 73. Pam, 54. Catherine, 19. Deb Vetro, 55. Cecilia, 90. Acubanita, 97. Nicola Gerard, 79. Carol, 31. Nancy Lamphere, 68. Carrie Jarman, 42. Orange Spiral, 2. Donna Scott, 60. Megan Lochner, 81. Roberta, 29. Mary Ann Perlmutter, Mary Ann, 38. Loretta, 45. Acme, 22. Yolanda, 70. Yolanda Gonzalez, 29. Christina, 73. Barbara, 42. Beverly, 99. Wendy, 61. And Sherry, 62. All right, if you did not hear your number called, you can re-put your same number. If you did not hear me say your name and number, other than that, no more numbers. It's 4:44, no more numbers. Anne Marie got in right at the last minute. Number 7, no more numbers. No more numbers after Anne Marie, and we do have a winner. Oh, Beverly, did I say you? 99. Okay, so just making sure, going back over, checking all the numbers. We do have a winner, but we don't have an on the nose winner. It's the closest without going over. So, the winner, I'm just going to make sure, I don't want to say it wrong. Drum roll, please. Did I miss anybody before I comment? Okay, so Elsie, Donna, Kay, and Kathleen, I do see your numbers, but you're not the winners anyway. But there was no more numbers after Anne Marie, and we do have, but that's okay. I still included you, but you weren't on the nose or even close. So the winner is Brianna, Orange Spiral Arts with number 2. My number was 4. You get a set of Lisa's and the new sticker. Yay! Well, thank you so much for playing, Brianna. orange spiral. Message me, Brianna, in an email and tell me the set that you would like, and we will mail that to you. I want to say thank you, of course, to Fodder School for this amazing collaboration. I want to say thank you especially tonight to Lisa for, of course, for joining us and for her beautiful artistry and imagery. We are so happy and excited to be collaborating with you, and we cannot wait to see what everybody else makes with your art foamies. Of course, we will be sharing more art and more makeys as the month and year continues. So please, of course, always be checking back. Make sure that you're signed up for our newsletter and for our YouTube. Anyway, thank you all so much. We love you to the moon and back, and thank you as always for your support and for joining us for Art Foamy Fun. We hope you have a great weekend, and a great week ahead, and we'll see you next Friday. Mwah. Bye, everyone.